Hey guys, so I just wanted to let you guys know what I wound up doing to recoup from the lull that I was going through. And oh my gosh, it totally worked. So I decided that, okay, so I was actually in an argument with my husband. I'm just gonna be out there with it. And I'm so not proud of that because we don't really argue, but this was like I was really upset. So and very, very mad. Like, I guess my pride was pretty much getting the best of me. And so wanting to quote unquote reconcile, okay, I was very hesitant to do that because I was just so angry still, right? And I did my video, let you guys know what was going on. And then I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do a test and it's gonna be for the better of us. That sounds so horrible. Like, I'm gonna go just test this theory, but I knew it was gonna be like the best choice for us. And I also wanted to see like what, what the outcome was gonna be. So I decided to pull out a book. Well, first of all, it was, okay, so today's Friday, actually, so this was 2 days ago that this happened. So I made a joke to my husband in the kitchen, and I said, hey, so it's hump day, and no, it's not what you're thinking, but I was just gonna say, like, do you want to just, like, hang out, and we can read some books together, and, like, well, first of all, like, do a Bible study, and that's kind of, like, what I was going for, but I also had a side agenda, which was to figure out, this sounds sneaky, but I'm not trying to be sneaky because I just told him. But my initial agenda before I told him was, like, I wanted to see if we could have alone time and bond better, and that if that would help my situation and actually better what was going on between us and better like the dopamine crash, right? So increase the oxytocin or whatever, and in our relationship and the bonding hormones and stuff like that. So, and my husband knows I do this. My husband knows I do this channel. And sorry, I look like ridiculously like Foresty Gumpy kind of right now. I'm so sorry, everybody. But so he knows I have a channel, but he's not allowed to know what the channel is called because I don't want him to watch these videos because then that would be weird. So he knows, and I said to him, and then after we do our little Bible study, would you mind, we could read an excerpt from the book I'm reading, which is, which I've already read, and it's Cupid's Poisoned Arrow. And like, there's this part on dopamine that I think is really cool to like understand, and it could be like why we're fighting, right? And, or why we had our wonderfully like horrible argument. And he's like, sure. So I just have to say, like, I look horrible right now because I was up all night. My little girl has an ear infection, and that is not fun. I will tell you that, because then they like are very uncomfortable, and so I don't sleep and I don't get my beauty rest. So anyways, so we wound up reading this excerpt about dopamine, and I think like he was kind of blown away on what I was reading. He's like, this is what this book's about? And I'm like, yeah, isn't it really interesting? And he's like, yeah. I mean, it's not really his thing. Like, he doesn't like how the brain works or whatever. I mean, it's just not his thing. Like, he's really into strategy, and he's such a really cool, like, engineering mind kind of guy. Like, he's such a cool guy like that, but like, he's just not into like my brain stuff, but I really love it. I love it. So anyways, so we read that together, and I feel like I might just read an excerpt from it. I think it's like really cool. Basically it just talks about dopamine and how, like, I read all the excerpts in there where it was like the husband or the partner was like we have great sex, and then like the next day I can't stand her, I want to be away from her. And then like the woman's like, I feel like a raging biatch because I've had so many orgasms the night before, and you would think that we would be like super, super close and tight and whatever, but then they're not. And so it's just kind of very interesting. So I'm reading him all of this stuff, and he's like, oh, okay. And like, it's just it's nice that he kind of understands. And so long story short, that all worked, and we wound up hanging out and, you know, being able to caress, and now I feel normal again. Like yesterday, I did not want any bad food. I was happy. My husband was happy. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, yeah. Crazy. Highly recommend it.